And so right now, I want you to know, and what I want to share with you, one, I want you to believe everything in you and walk you through a process right now that I've tried, tested, and proven. I want you to have a mindset. This is your time. I want you to just embrace that. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. And I want you to focus on that. And I want you to write it down, not just speak it. I want you to write it down. Why? Because it engages the superconscious mind. It allows you to focus. People who write down the things that they want, they are more apt to do those things. So you want to tune out and you want to write down the things that you want. And part of what you want to do is write down, it's my time. That's number one. Number two, write down and be very clear about it and write it in the present sense. I give thanks. I'm a successful motivational speaker. I give thanks. I'm a successful motivational speaker. Thou shalt decree a thing, it shall be established unto you. Call forth those things that be not, as though they were. I was calling them forth. You got to call forth some things in you. Words are powerful. You've got to speak your success into existence. Don't sit around thinking about the bills. They're not going anywhere. They'll be right there when you get through. But I'm going to tell you how to make them a non-entity in your life. How I went from walking by a bank and tripping the alarm, I was so broke. Or creditors would call the house and my children would say, my daddy say he ain't home. I had my kids lying for me. Or sometimes they would call me. May I speak to Les Brown, please? I'm so sorry, but he's not in right now. You sound like Les Brown. Don't you go there, big boy. Let me tell you something. Oh boy, I learned a long time ago to get back on your feet, miss 3 car payments. Oh my goodness. I went through some stuff. Do you hear me? But I'm still here. That which does not kill you will make you stronger. You're still here in spite of Corona. You're still here. This is the best day of your life. If you don't believe it, try missing one. Yes. So when you think in terms, it's your time. Now here's something else. Here's the next step. Expect good things to happen to you. I want you to have that mindset. Now, when I get up in the morning, if you do this with me, things are going to happen that's going to blow your mind. I say all things work together for good, for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. And then I say, Lord, whatever I face today, together you and I can handle it. And then I have an expectation. If you ask most people, do you want to be successful? You know what they will say? Yes, absolutely. That's not the question. Ask them, do you expect to be successful? See, want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. And so when you have this energy about you, that you expect things to get better, your whole countenance, your whole conversation, you monitor your words, what you say, and the things that you listen to, and the things that you watch, and how you use and manage yourself. You can't manage time, you can manage yourself. All of us got 24 hours. All of us are basically the same. What do you mean by that? Well, we are. What separates us is the things that you do with your life, the habits that you embrace, how you use your time. And most people throw their lives away during downtime. You ever had downtime? Yeah. My son John Leslie has a good definition for that. Downtime is when we engage in behavior that keeps us from going up. That's why they call it downtime. See, this is no time for downtime. If you are serious about your goal, you have to have a spirit of expectation and optimism, and you got to be hungry. Hungry, there's a spiritual dimension to being hungry. Those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, right thoughts, right vision, right feelings, right words, right relationships shall be filled. Yes, got to be hungry. And if you're casual about your dream will end up a casualty. This is your time. The plate has been, the table has been laid out for you to decide where you want to go, what you want to do. It's a new day. Look behind, thank God. Look around and praise God. Go within and seek God, and look ahead and allow God to order your steps. This is your time. I'm saying that. I'm saying that constantly to myself after coming from the Cancer Centers of America. Mr. Brown, we see something here. We need you to come back. No problem. I'll be back. Want you doing MRI? Okay, I don't like that, but I'll be back. They said, we really like his attitude. Yeah, you know I have an upbeat attitude. I want you to write this down. Things are going to work out for me. When you believe and know that this is your time, you have a mindset, things are going to work out for me in spite of your failures. Even if you don't have two dimes to rub together, you want to have the mindset, things are going to work out for you. My son, John Leslie, somebody stole his car. And I said, whoa, man, that's great. He said, why? I said, what year was it? 2008. I said, you know what? The universe is saying you need a 2021. Yes. He said, you know, I just cleaned the car out. I took my computer out and all types of things I had in the car. I took them out as if something at a higher level say, you need to clean this car out right now because somebody coming to get it. The universe is saying, you don't need this anymore. That's below you. It's time for you to get something better. Hello? It's your time. And your blessings show up in different kinds of ways that you cannot begin to imagine. Eye has not seen, ear has not heard, nor has entered the heart of mankind. If you are just dogmatic that this is my time, good things are supposed to happen to me. You know what most people say? And I made the mistake of doing this at some crucial times in my life when God was blessing me and I said, this is too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. And it did. I spoke death on my own dream. I'm not proud of that. Sometimes I get angry, want to kick my own behind. So you got to watch your words. And you know what you got to monitor your words, what you listen to, who you have around you, and you have got to focus your mind and think only, write down things, put pictures up to remind you, and so that you live your life in such a way that your future self will say, thank you for doing that. I am so glad you got tired of living a small life. Thank you so much for creating an opening so that we can get together. Come on, now, I'm telling you, listen. When you think, listen to me, Linda, listen to me. I do this. You got to create a ritual. Most people don't have a ritual except getting up in the morning, getting a cigarette, getting some coffee, listening to the news, constant negative information. No. Talking with people who are not going anywhere. No. You want to feed your mind the stuff that you need, that will feed your faith and allow your doubts to starve to death. You want to have a vision. You want to have a vision board that reminds you every day of where you're going and what you're aiming for. He said, I will give you all your eyes can see. You want to repeat to yourself, this is my time. In the beginning, the word was God, and the word dwelt among men. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. When you get in alignment mentally and emotionally and spiritually, when you speak the word and you're willing to put in the work, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. And you get around the right people, let me tell you something. Stuff happens. You got to get fired up about your life. Get fired up right now. This is your time. You know how hard we work for this? This is your time. There were all kind of efforts that were in play to prevent this space where we are right now. This is the time to capitalize on this space. This is the time to look around and look for the opportunities that we can take advantage of. Think about, what is it that I can create in this space? There's no shortage of money. The money has not left the planet, just a shortage of thinking. We were created by the Creator to create. When you get fired up about life, this thing, see, you got to get to a point. I just got tired of being broke. I got tired of being broke. I got tired of going into a restaurant, look on one side to see what I wanted to eat, and then looking on the other side to see what I can afford. I got tired of that. I just got sick and tired of being broke. It's stressful. When I have money, I don't have to take my high blood pressure medication as often. I feel better. When money is not an issue, you can sleep. You can get a good night's sleep. 46% of Americans can't get a good night's sleep. And you show up differently in life. You act differently. When you are living the calling on your life. See, if there's anything that the coronavirus has done many times in life, we have a teeth rattling experience, and the very foundation of our life has been shaken, and we run to God only to discover that it's God that's doing the shaking.
Thank you for watching.